question. Who's protecting your financial blind side? Who do you call? Financial defenders. Who do you call? Financial defenders. Pick up the phone. Financial defenders. Don't worry it out. Financial defenders. Call on the coach. Financial defenders. Call on Big Tex. Financial defenders. Remember the name. Financial defenders. Don't worry, don't stress. Financial defenders. That's the Defenders of Finance show with your man, Big Tex Robinson, the financial defender, and Tim Haskins, the home loan coach, showing you the ropes of everything from credit repair, home buying, life insurance, and more. What are you waiting for? Get in the game.
Ooh, that's the intro, ladies and gentlemen. That's the intro. Welcome back. It is the Defenders of Finance show. I am your host, Terrell Big Tex Robinson, the financial defender, and alongside of me, man, we got the home loan coach, Tim Haskins, and man, we brought in the professor. He's not only part of the team, he's like the owner, not the GM. He's the owner, the professor. Rory T. Edwards. We got a powerful show for you today. You know the saying, if you're driving, pull over, put your hazard lights on, take out your pen and pad, and we're about to bring the financial heat to the streets. We want you to be safe out there on this lovely March 23rd of 2022. It is almost over. The first quarter is almost over, but so many things that are going on out there in the world today. We just want to bring it to you, not just life. Period. In general, just life. So I trust each and every one of you are being safe out there. You know, hug and love on your families and friends. But in the meantime, the information that we give out to you guys, please not only take it to heart, but implement the information. The big thing about us is the implementation. I'm talking about us people in general. What separates us from those that are quote unquote doing much more successful or having these things that's going on in life is the implementation. Because we all have the same time in the day. We all have the same 24 hours. So how you manage your sleeping, how you manage your eating, all those things come into effect. But when you do get the information, you need to implement. Remember, knowledge is not powerful until it is implemented. So again, I'm Terrell Big Tex Robinson, owner of TDR Financial here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are located here at 3650 North Rancho Drive, Suite 107 and 108. And we're also, we specialize in, life insurance, financial planning, retirement planning, 401k rollovers. We help you create pensions. Also, we help you with your estate planning. That's another thing. That's a big thing that's going on. And I mention this all the time. How Prince and his family had to go through 6 years of probate. So what was his financial planner and his life and his attorney? What were they thinking about? Why wouldn't you not make sure that this young man have something set up so his family do not have to go through what they've been going through? Another big thing that separates us is we also have the wellness department. That's the financial wellness department. We're not talking about if you're crazy or anything, but this is something that Rory is going to really, really dive into and talk to you about because it's very important. Before you do anything, make any decision, what's your state of being? Again, the example of we always talk about owning the Mercedes or the Range Rover while you're living in the apartment complex. What was the decision for that? So we have to think about these things, and Rory will be able to dive a little bit more into you. Just bring you that carrot, but you're going to have to set the appointment. And the way to get in contact with us is 702-751-5865. Again, that number is 702-751-5865, or you can go to defendersoffinanceshow.com, especially if you're at work, you're driving, you don't have time to call us. Defendersoffinanceshow.com and put in your name, your number, your email address, information, and who do you need to speak to? If you need to speak to the coach, you need to speak to the financial defender, you need to speak to the professor. We also have Honey Bear on the side. If you need your credit done, we have so many people that's on the side that's ready and willing to help you. We're all about service in the community. We want to bring our best goods to you because, again, the greatness that we have in ourselves is not for us. It's for you guys and on the globe, the planet, not just in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's for you guys to benefit from that. So I want to introduce also the home loan coach, man. The home loan coach has, dear friend of mine, this brother is on point as it pertains to what to do as it pertains to buying a home, refinancing a home, how to get pre-qualified. all these certain facets that you need to know before you make that first step into homeownership. That is going to end up being your largest. It's going to end up being your largest asset. It'll start up being your largest liability, but it's going to end up being your largest asset that you'll own just about. And if you know how to leverage it the right way, you can do some magnificent things by being a homeowner. So, Coach, I know you out there. Are you ready to draw up some plays? Are you ready to call some plays? What's going on with you, Coach? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready, Big Tex. I'm ready. I want to give a shout out to everybody here in Las Vegas, where we are. It's a beautiful day out here, beautiful day. And I want to give a shout out to my hometown, Pasadena, California. Shout out to Pasadena, California. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. And you got a treat today. You got the home loan coach here today. And in the title of my name, it says coach. So I want to coach you to all your home ownership dreams, whether it be a first time home, whether it's a home that you're moving up, whether it's a home that you're moving down, whether you're buying rental property in the state that you're in or across the country. I can do loans across the country. So I want to address a few things today because, interest rates is a hot topic right now. It's a very hot topic. The state of the real estate market is a hot topic. Everybody has this question: should I buy right now what the rates are where they are? And there's no one size fit all to this question. But what I say is this. Let me tell you my answer to this question is: if you don't own a home, then you should buy, for the simple fact that because the market is so hot, landlords are cashing in on their equity. They're selling. So if you don't want that knock at the door saying, hey, I'm selling, you got 60 days to get out, and the rental market is bad, in major cities across the country where they're requiring 680 credit scores. They're requiring triple deposits. Their requirements are heavier to rent a place now, and the rental prices are heavier than buying a mortgage in most cases. So if you don't
Coach,
want that knock at the door, that letter, that phone call, it's time to purchase. All right.
Coach, I don't
Number
mean
two.
to interrupt you, man. I saw that. I was in Denver, Colorado about a week and a half ago, and I was there with my younger brother, and he showed me just in different neighborhoods of how the gentrification and how the rent has almost tripled the down payment, and they were still even if you were renting a home, they were still wanting a 660, 680 FICO score to get into the rental property. So it is going crazy. And again, if you're renting a home from someone, they may you want to check out. You want to check out what's their end game, because they may be just trying to buy some time until they get that nice big offer. So you, on the other hand, you need to have your finances in order in case it's time to make a move. And then also, you need to also be in a position to where mentally, and the professor can explain, are you in a situation that, okay, if it did come down to it, if we have to move out, can we survive and make that move, or will this send us into a downhill spiral? Sorry to interrupt you, Coach, but yeah, you are right about the way the rent is going up and the scores. It's out of control right now. People need to be prepared.
Yeah, thanks for that, because I can expound on that a little more. 660, 680 credit score requirements to rent homes, rent apartments. I can put you in a home as low as 580 credit score with 3.5% down payment. So if you're looking at first, last, and a security deposit, and if they want a double deposit, a lot of times we can get you there. It just depends on what part of the country you're in and what you're looking to buy. The second of all, if you're looking to move up, if now's the time for you to cash in on your equity, sell your house and buy something else, that means you can take that big lump and put it down on a new home because your family is grown, you want to move to a better neighborhood, then yes, it's time to purchase. If you need to move down, kids have moved out and you got, a large home, 5-bedroom home, and you just don't need that space anymore. And you can sell that home, take a lump, put it down on a smaller home. It's time to purchase. If you find yourself as a self-employed individual and you are paying large sums of money to the IRS, Or even if you work a job, you pay large sums of money to the IRS and you need some tax shelters. Rental properties could be a good way to go. So it's a good time to buy. So when that question is asked, I'm saying yes, it's a good time to buy. Your situation could be different. Maybe it's not a good time to buy, but we can go over that in the consultation. But there's several ways I just given that there is a good time to buy. Interest rates have gone up. We were spoiled with rates in the twos, then it went to the threes. A lot of cases now we're in the fours, but that's not a horribly bad interest rate. If you talk to your parents, your grandparents, your great grandparents, you've had rates at 9%, 10%.
Yep.
I've heard
Yep.
13, 14%. So we can't get caught up with the media hype and everything. Yes, rates are going up, but if you fall in one of those four categories that I just talked about, that's four reasons to purchase a home. And real quick, I want to talk about my self-employed people, my entrepreneurs out there. There are more and more aggressive programs coming out. They've been around for a while, but they're getting more aggressive with these programs. They're bank statement programs, alternative financing programs. They call them non-QM in my world, in my technology. It's not where you have to show tax returns, W-2s, pay stubs. They actually look at your bank statements and see the cash flow coming in, and we can qualify you that way. So if you need to talk to us, Big Tex, give them the contact information if you need to talk to us.
702-751-5865. Again, our number is 702-751-5865. And don't forget, defendersoffinanceshow.com is our website to where you can contact either one of us three. That is defendersoffinanceshow.com. And also, I wanted to ask, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to add this last little bit, and then we're going to move on in the show. I want to give you guys a preview. I want to give you a preview of what's to come in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be talking about something near and dear to me. You always know I'm the home loan coach. I can help you purchase a property. But I need to bring something to you guys regarding Medi-Cal planning in California. It's Medicaid planning in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's basically what Big Tex has been talking about. And I want to, share my personal experience of what I'm going through right now with you guys, and let you know, that it's serious, because we don't know how serious this is until we're hit with it. You need to get your living trust in order, your advance directives, your power of attorney. In the last year and a half or so, we've been faced with tragedy more than ever, but it's always been there. We've been having the guy come around, knock on the door since we was little, saying, "Hey, get you some life insurance." But now, I'm not ashamed to say it. It took for a tragedy to happen in my life for me to get my stuff in order. So I want to share with you that preview coming. You guys don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. And then another thing you guys need to know, April the 23rd, the Defender the Finance Show block party, man. We're going to have so many people here. Look, you got the home loan coach. You got the professor. Let me let you know. Look, the coach is going to be in a private room to where you can sit down so you can go over your home buying person needs, your refinance needs, investor needs, entrepreneurs, what you need to do with your taxes. It's going to be private consultation. Also, the professor, he's going to be able to go over what it is you need to do before you make these decisions. What's your thought process? How to be able to handle this large purchase? Or what happens if you get a large amount of money? Do you go and make it rain, or do you put it away? He's going to be able to help you with that. I'll be able to help you as it pertains to your retirement needs, your children's college planning, Medicare, Medicaid, or if you need to go into a home living benefit. We're going to have Honey Bear. She's going to be taking on helping out with your credit. And I'll help out with the business credit as well. She's going to help out with the personal credit if you need to get your scores up. We have Cassandra. She's going to be helping out how to get pre-qualified, the proper documents you need to bring in. And then, of course, you got Mrs. Haskins. She runs the whole show. She steers the big old ship. She's going to make client relations, making sure that you're happy. What we look for our clients, we expect a certain type of client in regards to, we don't care what your monies are, but we care how you act, how you handle yourselves in regards to relationship. We're going to have a nice autograph signing. We got Terrence Robinson coming in, ex-NFL player from Colorado. So bring your children so he can autograph the shirts or footballs, pictures, all that. So we're going to have a nice little autograph signing. We're going to have food. We're going to have some cookies to hype up your kids. We're going to have a little bit of music. We're just going to have a nice little block party, and you need the RSVP too. So you need to contact Miss Kanisha Haskins or Annette Robinson. So because seating is limited, it's going to be a powerful day. It is going to be a powerful day. We're going to get started at 11 a.m. We expect to be done no later than 2 p.m. So be ready, be on time, ready to get started. We want to get down. We want to help you out, help the community out. Now, I wanted to ask, and again, April 23rd, 2022, here at 3650 North Ranch O Drive, Suite 107 and 108. You can contact us at 702-751-5865. Again, that's 702-751-5865. Let us know how many people you plan on bringing so we can get those down. Because like I said, seating is limited. We've got to make sure we have the right amount of food, or go to defendersoffinance.show.com. And also send us your information. One thing I wanted to ask the professor, Mr. Rory T. Edwards, who background is just, man, it's the list is long. I can't even go into it. The dude is bad. I'm just telling you right now. But one thing I want to ask you, Rory, why is it that more people are, let's say in our culture, let's go to our culture. Why in our culture that it's like, I would rather show you that Range Rover or that Mercedes or that BMW versus buying that first home or buying that home? Why do you think that is? Or do you have an answer for that? I know you've done a little bit of research and this is your profession. Mentally, why do we do that? We go for the show and tell on that versus home ownership, because we are the largest consumers on the planet. The largest consumers on the planet. Why do you think that is, Rob?
I think because we've been sold the dream that everything that glitters is gold. Right? And so when we look at it from that perspective, we rather get the glitz and the shine rather than put in the work and go down and show Tim that my credit score is 700, right? We rather blow $700 than get our credit score to 700. We'd rather go out and spend all of that money. And one of the things I wanted to lead with is when we talk about the 9 phases of developmental wellness that we're going to concentrate on. I was only going to talk about 2, but since Tim brought up the situation about the life insurance and how we actually don't take care of things until a tragedy happens, it's because of our emotional wellness. And the emotional wellness is a phase that says it's the ability to recognize, accept, process, and take responsibility for all of one's feelings, whether negative or positive. And so when we get into these emotional state of things, we want to take responsibility. But when we know that it's something negative that's affecting our life, what do? We make excuses about why we can't do it right now. Like time is the greatest commodity in the world. Is time. But we believe in some cases that time is never going to run out for us. And the one thing that's the inevitable, and everybody who's brought into this world, everybody has to leave this world. And so when you understand that process, it's easier for you to make those decisions. Because, last time we talked, I said, why would you purchase auto insurance when you may never have an accident? But you're going to die. But why not have life insurance? Right? And I don't want to sound morbid for people, but you're going to die. So the insurance that you need to get first is auto insurance. I mean, life insurance, excuse me. Well, you might die in your auto, but you got to get life insurance, but get them both at the same time, right? But 2 of the things that I really want to talk about, I think it's important, is the financial wellness. And our financial wellness is the basic understanding of the ability to function within one's economic and spending purchasing systems. So sometimes what we do is we try to outlive what our purchasing power really is, right? Because what it is go back to that same additive. We have to try to keep up with the Joneses, right? And so Tim invites me over his house, And Tim has a nice house, you know, pool, 3 stories, got 2 nice cars in the garage, got all the amenities that someone could want. And what do? I leave Tim's house, I go back to my house, right? And my environment is very, very small, not of that nature. And I'm saying, well, why can Tim afford this and I can't afford this? So what do? I go out, I purchase that home, and I don't have the ability to keep up with that home, right? And so our environmental wellness also affects our overall wellness. Our environmental wellness affects our emotional wellness because we're trying to do things that we're incapable of really doing. And that's what's been the greatest distractor and detractor of us, especially us African Americans, being able to develop generational wealth, because we buy things that are not essential to generating wealth. We buy things that shine. We buy things that gleam. We buy things that people are looking at us in, right? I mean, honestly, why did Flavor Flav go on and get a big clock to put on his chest? Because people already saw him. People already saw Flavor Flav, right? I mean, but you go buy a big clock to put on your chest. Why does the guy go out there and buy the big chain? Why does people buy the big loop earrings? Why do people buy the Fendi, the Louis, the Gucci, the Prada, all of those bags? Why do women buy that stuff? Because it's attractive to someone else that looks at you, right? But it's based on your environment also. Your environment dictates how you think about yourself. And so you look at those things and you're like, I have to change those. But in reality, those 3 things that I talked about put you out of balance. It puts you out of your wellness balance. And so what happens? You're constantly on a seesaw of all of the other 7 aspects of your wellness that puts your cipher in a complete rotation or a complete circle. And that's the stuff we have to do. So what Tex and Tim are talking about is that if you're in the market for purchasing a home and you want to get your finances in order, you have to first assess where you are mentally. And I don't want to say it from the perspective that you think that you're crazy. No, you're not crazy, but we don't understand. We don't take these things into perspective. When I say your intellectual wellness, I'm not asking you how many degrees you have. I'm asking you, how are you thinking about your future? How are you intellectually thinking about how you're going to provide for your children? How you're going to provide for your future? How are you going to provide for tomorrow? Your intellectual wellness might oversee your decisions, but it also your intellectual wellness can also be a determinant in you not making a decision that's going to affect your outcome later down the road, right?
Right.
Like you said before, you go out and buy this $500,000 house, and you come up and the mortgage payment is $2,100, and you only make $2,000, right?
Right.
And you got to go out and get another job. But you've moved money into this account, and I don't know if this is correct information, but you move money into an account to make it seem that you have the money to be able to afford this home. But now you never enjoy the home because you have to work to take care of the home. So you're really not living in the home, right? The home's living by itself. The home is single.
Yeah, it's called house poor.
See, right? Yeah.
House poor.
And how many people out there live in house poor, right?
I don't mean to cut you off on that, but ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand, he's not just talking about it. Look, I'll never forget 2005 on that Sunday morning, I woke up and, mental wellness, I'm on this natural high, mental wellness, all out of whack. And I said, I'm going to go and buy a house today. I ended up going out on the mountain's edge. D.O. Horton is building the new homes, 1-story house. I paid $485 for the house, put down my earnest money, had to furnish the property. There goes another. Didn't take that in consideration of another $36,000 right there. So I had to furnish the property. So I did all this mental wellness all out of whack, right? Not thinking of the long-term effect of mortgage payment, $3,000 a month without, and Tim knows this. And I told him not to include escrow, so mentally it can look smaller for me. So that was another $500-$600, a month. So I tried to do that on a quarterly basis. And then I got 2 other properties at the time that I'm paying the tenants to start slow pay on that. And so here I am, I'm all jammed up. So now I'm instead of doing 5 days a week, I'm in the mortgage business. Now I'm doing 6 days a week so I can get that extra one sale to make sure that it covers the mortgages, So, and then eventually bottoms up in '08. Shoot, I had to pop the cork because guess what? The market said, that's it. So that house was gone because I did not sit back and take the time to say and assess the situation where I was at in my life. So I decided, hey man, I wanted to keep up with the Joneses, and boom, there you go. The cork popped. And that was it. So you're absolutely right. Continue on, Professor.
Well, I'm kind of through. I mean, I just think that people need to take true advantage of what you all are offering them. There's no organization out there that's a one-stop shop. You all are the Walmart of this financial defender situation, and people need to take true advantage of this information, because so many people get out there that believe that they've been told the correct information, and one thing could lead to a domino effect of everything else, and that's why we find so many people out of whack. And in this particular time, it's in this particular time of uncertainty, right? There's so much uncertainty in the world that once we think we've made it over one hurdle, what happens? Here comes another conversation about there's 10 more hurdles placed on the track, right? Yep. So now instead of us getting over this and getting past one variant, here comes a second variant. Now all of a sudden everybody is taking off their mask and everybody feels like we're getting back to normal. Boom, here comes a third variant. So you don't know what's going to happen in the world. And if you don't have your complete cipher in check, then you cannot make any type of financial decision that's going to affect generational wealth. And you have to make sure that you come to these gentlemen and make sure that you take heed to what they're saying, because they're giving you vital information.
Man, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, that was powerful. And that was just only a tidbit. Wait till you actually become a client of Rory's. Now, once you become a client, he dives so much deeper into not only just with you, but also your children. Don't you want your children to get a head start on this thing called life? So what if they now have a head start as they're going into 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th grade? They have a head start on, okay, if I'm in the summertime, I'm mowing yards, I'm doing my lawn, I know, okay, you're not about to go blow all my money on some baseball or basketball cards. You need to start prepping for whatever emergency comes up, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So mentally getting your children prepared on how to prepare for the uncertainties that comes up. Like he said, you got the one strand, and then, okay, everybody thinks we cool, but then here creeps the second strand. And guess what happened? On the second strand, I get COVID because I'm thinking we cool. So then I get COVID. I'm up in a hospital with the uncertainty of knowing if I'm going to live or die. That's what my family's thinking. So we have to mentally be prepared. And it all starts before you do any type of actions. You got to get that mental check. You get an oil change, you get your tires rotated, you get everything checked before you proceed on. If you're going to take that long drive across the United States, right? So get yourself checked out, man, and make sure, not in a way of you crazy, but just saying, hey, man, should I go left or should I go right? Let me put myself in a position and my family so we can be on the same page. And everybody is good. So, and it's good to have a check. I like what he talks about purging. And that's one of the things, I'm not going to give out his information, but that's one of the things that I think everyone needs to think about. Just getting so bogged up. What happens when a human gets so bogged up and then he strikes and then he does something that he normally wouldn't have done? He's now have injured somebody, or unfortunately he or she has killed someone or did something that they normally wouldn't do because they didn't check. They didn't purge. So now to recap, 23rd, first of all, 702-751-5865, 702-751-5865, and go to defendersoffinanceShow.com. And again, our website is defendersoffinanceShow.com. That's how you get in contact with us. But also on the 23rd, 11 a.m., 3650 North Rancho Drive, Suite 107 and 108. We're having the block party. We're having the block because we're here to service the community, and we're taking this show on the road because we just can't sit here and, if there's no activity, no one want to take action here, we'll go somewhere else where they want it. So 11 a.m. we get started. We want to be done between that 1 and 2. We want to make sure that everyone gets the opportunity to get the consultation in, whatever it is they want, from credit to financial wellness to home purchase or refinance to getting pre-qualified, all that stuff. So once that's done, now you know exactly who to talk to. You know where you're at. So all this thing to say is we're here to help you. Our gift is to be able for you to take advantage of, to be able to implement and make yourselves much better. That's what the show is all about. We're going to be back next Wednesday with some more powerful information. Also, tune in Monday at 8.1, KCP 88.1. So if you are out of state, you can download the app for free and listen in. Tim is going to bring it home on Monday. He's going to drop the hammer. And then hopefully we have Rory on. He's got information you guys most definitely need to listen to too as well. So don't forget, 702-751-5865, 702-751-5865. Coach, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I just want to thank you, all the listeners for listening and listening to us on Facebook Live. Take advantage of the help that's here. Definitely want to help you guys realize your home ownership dreams.
Professor, anything, any dimes, knowledges, coins?
I think y'all did a great job, doing a great job. And I just want to replicate what Tim said. Take advantage of it. Most people don't take advantage of nuggets because they don't know what diamonds look like. They see see a black rock and not realize that if you polish it, it's a diamond. Right? Get these jewels.
Right.
Get these jewels.
Right. Hey, that's what the axe is for. We're gonna chop off all that bad stuff. We're gonna chop off all that we're gonna chop them bad limbs off so the good stuff can grow. Ain't no mass murder, man. We're gonna chop off the bad stuff. Man, that's what time, man. Defenders of Finance Show. We back here next Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So tune in, man. We're going global. It's already done. We put it out there. We're going global. We got some other things that we got to talk to you about. So you guys have a great one, and we're going to be out of here. Please share, comment, let us know what you want us to hear, what you want to hear from us about, and all those great things.